Greetings, everyone! I'm Wet Hamster, and I'm wearing the lobster outfit. Why? Because, well, I want to, and I have something on my back. It's not a hammer, it's actually a hunting horn. But before we do this, as I promised, there'd be more cat abuse, and this time I'm showing off the bounce bomb. Here you go, kitty. Take the bounce bomb, and... He's holding it the wrong way. Oops. And he runs in after the bomb, the idiot he is, and he blows himself up. And now I do believe you've seen all the bomb explosions for bomb mining. Silly cat. And I got some pretty decent stuff this time. Macalite ore. Ah, speaking of Macalite ore, I was actually going to get the guitar hunting horn. I was really going to get the guitar hunting horn, but then I really don't have a lot of Macalite since I've used it for so much else. And this was the best one I could make, just, you know, quickly on a short notice. The guitar requires 25 Macalite if I make it from scratch. If I use a lot more money and a lot more resources, it'll cost me about 15 Macalite. But yeah, not too big a fan of the amount of Macalite I needed, so I made this. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot to show off the quest information from the last mission. So here it is. But I'm not gonna do it again, don't worry. I'm actually gonna be doing something. Actually, I'm gonna do something worse. Yeah, I'm going to hunt Hornitosaurs because, well, it's the. I guess it's sort of the next mission in the. I figured I'd just do a slaying mission. That's all. I guess, just get it over with. And some guy's plantation under attack, and he wants me to kill 20 Hornitosaurs to destroy their swarm. So, let's head off and do it. Now, I figured I was maybe going to bring a hammer for this, but then I thought, no, why should I bring a hammer? Well, you know, because it's bug squashing, but I just used a hammer. So, I'd bring a hunting horn instead. That's kind of like a hammer, right? You crush bugs with it. Now, before we get started, let's take a look at what songs we can do with this one. Okay. The interesting songs for this hunting horn in particular are a movement speed, and if you cast the movement speed song twice, your attacks are harder to break, which I think is like fencing, which means you won't bounce as much, or won't bounce at all. Then you have your health recovery and antidote, which gives you some health, and it cures you of any poison, which is a really good song, actually. Then there's health recovery speed up, which means you recover the red parts of your health, but it's a low one, so I don't know, I've never really been a big fan of health recovery, and plus you can just take drugs. Winners do drugs, after all, in this game. Then there's dragon resistance and ice resistance. You can play those songs again and boost the resistance from 10 to 15, but not really a fan of the resistances. And then you have high frequency, which will do a sonic attack. So, be prepared to be annoyed at this horrible, god-awful noise of this hunting horn. Alright. If we play a white, and a white, then we get this, and I play a green afterwards. Then there's the health recovery. If I have two greens and a yellow, then I get the health recovery speed up. And, bam, sonic attack. I just wanted to show that off. 3 yellows, sonic attack. I'm not going to show off the resistances because it's resistances. Nobody really gives a shit about that. Hunting horn is basically made of bug shells. So, yeah. Pretty gruesome looking. Is that a tongue in the middle? Ugh. Not that the recipe for making the thing called for tongues, but, you know, whatever. Oh man, I love this running speed stuff though. One of the reasons why I actually chose this particular Gunlance is to make it a little easier on myself when it comes to just basically running back and forth looking for Hornitaurs. I could have sworn there's going to be some Hornitaurs here. Maybe I'm thinking of a different mission. Maybe I'm thinking of when I hunted Vespoids there. That's probably it. But Hornitaurs are those tiny little bugs on the ground there. Now, there we go. Crunch! And that one didn't even break, so you know what? I'm just gonna harvest it. Still twitching. Now, honestly, at this point, I won't blame you if you turn off the, video. Why? Because I will be crushing bugs. That's about it. And that's the extent of the mission. Now you've seen all the interesting parts where I show off some cool new features. And yeah, I've already shown it off. Oops. Now, one thing you can do, I think, I think the reason you can kind of use it to kind of get out of the way, like this. See, there's the sideways, there's the forward one, and there's the backwards one. So if you really need to get out of the way, while playing these annoying tunes, then you can. I'm honestly not good at the whole using the hunting horn's attacks while playing a song to get out of the way. It just doesn't work out for me. So mid-battle, using a hunting horn, pretty damn dangerous. If the monster is paying attention to your cat, I'd say take advantage of that opportunity. If you can, or if it's stunned or in a trap. And hey! Hey there, Mr. Congalala. As they would say, crap. You know what? Let's fight him a bit. Or dodge him and try to kill bugs. This could be better. Yeah, this, I forgot that there's a Congalala wandering around in this mission. This does spice things up. You know what? Yeah, I'm going for it. Yeah. Yeah. But this hunting horn isn't really a horrible one. Sure, you don't get the attack boosts or anything. But, you know, the sawing attack, I mean, it could be good against, like, a Daimyo Hermitaur. And no matter what hunting horn you're using, you're going to get the run speed boost. So, you know, it's not all lost. Bam! Got him on his leg. Not, well, kind of aiming for the tail, though. Oh, wait. I didn't get hit. Yes! Let's see what he's... It does actually make it slightly more easy to attack him when you can actually do some running. Now, again, the trick to actually hitting the head is because you expect he's going to turn, and then you try to time your attack. If you can. Not the easiest thing in the world. Ooh, a bug. Smash! I'm still going for what I need to do. Ow. Got me. Should play with the Congalala while he's enraged, though. This actually does make me regret that I didn't take a food boost. Just for the extra strength. Because I was like, oh, I'm just gonna be killing bugs. I don't need the food boost. So, oh. Something I feel that I should probably do is, aside from just barely not get hit, is apologize for the slow updates. I figured I would wait until all the holidays were over, since people were going to be busy. And I was not going to say, hey, I know you're going to this New Year's party, but you need to do commentary. That, and for selfish reasons too. I was busy playing Last Remnant, and I was like, oh man, I just gotta fight this boss, or I just gotta do this one thing here in this game, and then I'll do some recording, and then several hours pass by, and I keep making excuses for myself. So, but I won the Last Remnant now. Pretty fun game, actually. I enjoyed it. It's probably, well, it's actually one of the best Square Enix RPGs that's come out in a long time, in my opinion. I mean, it's interesting how polarizing the game is, in the sense that it's a love-hate relationship. You either hate Last Remnant or you love it. I've seen comments such as, people are retarded and are idiots for even liking this game. If you like this game, their opinion of you is that you're an idiot who will basically like anything that's put out in the market, and you have no idea what a good game is. Therefore, you should, and you see what kind of game. And then some of them made like the arguments, like, oh well, I own over 100 games on Steam, and none of them has bored me more than this game has. Therefore, this game is horrible. No other game in the history of mankind has ever bored me as much as this game. You know, it's kind of funny. and then he's convinced that the game is boring and stupid, and he makes really horrible arguments and accusations against the game. And when you look at his list of games, yeah, he owns like 100 games. Most of them were like, they were like all these cheap indie games that you basically play for 2 or 3 hours and you've won them. But when you look at his playtime on Last Remnant, he played for 1 hour. And he's convinced that the game is, well, he's convinced it's basically like in the sense that you only have like 3 party members and the game basically plays itself for you. You gotta get, yeah. I hate to say this though, they try to ease you into Last Remnant. I know it's kind of like nothing about the game right now, because, well, what is there to say other than like, arrgh, boxy smash? But, I mean, what is there to say outside of that? I mean, I'm almost done too, so it's not that bad. But Last Remnant, it's just, it's an RPG, and it does something that's different than most JRPGs do, and I don't know, I like that. But since it's doing something that's so completely different, then they try to ease you into it slowly. And you know, basically rewarding players the more they go on. Or basically something I really love about the game is that they reward the player for actually exploring the game world outside of just saying, oh, well, I'm just doing the main story, and that's it. But, I know, I don't know, it's a game I really like. What can I say? It's again, I can see that it's a game that you either love or hate, but the guy didn't even give it a chance. That's kind of the sad part, before he deemed the game the biggest pile of shit ever. Well, but you know, there are all these people like that. And again, he gave it 1 hour. He said he played it for like 3 or 4 or 5 hours. It's kind of funny. And then he was pretty much already an expert on the entire game. He was pretty sure that the entire game was going to be exactly the same. I don't know. Again, either you love it or you hate it. The mission's over, and hey, lobster power. Lobster power in the house. I honestly don't blame people for skipping this mission, and again, I'm really sorry. I am really sorry for this hunting horn. I should never have used this thing. It's so god-awful to listen to. I'm really sorry to those people whose feelings I've hurt by using this hunting horn. Props to those who actually watched the live commentary and could sit through this god-awful sound. When I'm recording here, I don't have the sound turned on, but, you know, I was just interested. I was like, how does this hunting horn sound? Because they all sound kind of unique. So I turned the sound on before I started recording, played around with the songs, and my god, that sound could not be turned up fast enough. But seems like the cat picked up lots of good stuff, and if you want to farm Hornitaurs, this is a good mission to do it. Just remember to bring poison, of course, or else you crush the bodies instantly. That was all for this mission. I will see you later.